Yo, America, planet Earth, what's good? This is your boy Codell, and welcome back to another episode of the Father's Gospel Podcast. Once again, happy Men's Mental Health Awareness Month. It's kind of a mouthful to say, but once again, happy Men's Mental Health Awareness Month. All right. To all my men out there, make sure you're taking care of your mind, your body, and your soul. Okay. You guys are important. Your well being is important. It's important for your children, for your family, and for society as a whole. And you are loved. All right. I love you and God loves you. Anyways, now that that's out of the way, you guys, today I've got a sad story. On May 25th or 26th, there was a woman in Louisiana who shot and killed her ex-husband during a custody exchange in front of their three children. And obviously it's not getting a lot of, press coverage because it doesn't go along with the mainstream narrative. But that's also why I want to share this video, because you guys know, Father's Gospel, this platform is about highlighting the issues that men are facing, specifically with the family courts, and divorce courts. But overall, it's about highlighting our issues of men and our little boys, and how, it affects society as a whole. But anyways, you guys, let me share the screen. And what we're going to do is we're going to jump into the local news video first of the incident, and then I'm going to get into an article also pertaining to this sad incident. I'm not going to go through the whole article, but there's just one or two things in there I want to highlight that I think are basically important to this case. Anyways, I'm sharing the screen right now. So, woman accused of killing father of her children during custody exchange. Let's get into it.
The sheriff's office is investigating a custody exchange gone wrong in Moss Bluff. Good evening, I'm Devin Cruz. A Lake Charles woman is being accused of murdering the father of her children yesterday. 43-year-old Randallyn Allen was arrested and charged with second-degree murder for the death of the father of her children, 48-year-old Brett Daigle of Canyon City, Colorado. Deputies say they arrived at a house in Moss Bluff around 2:30 p.m. to find Daigle dead at the scene. Detectives say they learned Allen had shot Daigle several times.
Sometimes these child custody exchanges can be kind of a bad situation. And well, that's why we encourage people, if they're uncomfortable going to a residence or a place to do a child custody exchange, we offer a safe place at our sheriff's office, at any police department. I would highly recommend that to anybody.
The investigation continues. Also, no bond has been set for Allen. We will continue to update you on this story as it develops.
So, yeah, you guys, what that sheriff said, I think he was a sheriff. He might have been a deputy, but I think he was the sheriff. What he said was really important as far as the exchange goes. Him basically recommending that, if you're in a custody battle that, that has a lot of conflict in it, you should definitely be doing your custody exchanges at a police station for men or women. But especially, honestly, gentlemen, I really recommend this for us, because most of the time, as we know, these custody cases, excuse me, 90% of all custody cases, the mom's given full sole custody of the child, right? So most of the time it's us trying, having to deal with all this. But yeah, if you're gentlemen, if you're in a high conflict custody case, divorce case, you're doing child exchange, do yourself a favor and do it at a police station. Give yourself and your children the most protection you possibly can. I can't emphasize that anymore. Like it's so important. It will protect you and your children. You know, nothing's 100%, but I believe it'll add that extra level of security. Anyways, um so this happened in Louisiana, right? And what I wanted to bring up, and I don't know, this might seem kind of random, but so she is getting charged with second-degree murder, which is a serious felony. And in Louisiana, it's defined as the intentional killing of another person without premeditation, but with malice. And if convicted, she could face life imprisonment without the possibility of parole. So this lady's probably going away for life. And honestly, she should. Because obviously the dad's dead, right? It's freaking terrible. But these three kids, I mean, they witnessed the whole thing. And they didn't get physically, you know, they didn't get shot, but they're for the rest of their life, like even if they come out the other side of this traumatizing experience still functioning, for the rest of their life, this is still going to have a major impact on their life. You know, even if they become fully healthy, functional adults, like this will affect them for the rest of their life, mentally, spiritually, physically, like all of it. But especially just, man, spiritually, you know, I mean, we got to do better. And this is why in the last video I dropped, I was talking a lot about how men, we have to re-solidify our position as the leaders. Like we have to take back control of society. We're the ones that build empires. We're the ones that build institutions. It's undeniable. So we have to be the leaders because like stuff like this, I'm not saying it wouldn't happen, but this happens a lot more than it should because of the current state of the American family. You know, I mean, the last stats I was reading, 41% of kids in America are raised by single moms. And, you know, I've had a lot of people tell me it's higher than that. And I wouldn't be surprised. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if it's around 50%, maybe even in the high 50s, possibly. Just because it seems like it's just the norm. It's just the norm. And then, you know, you add this culture, which is why it's the norm. You add this culture of, you know, talking about like glorifying the strong, independent, you know, super aggressive woman. And then add on top of that, you have the media glorifying this aggressive, man like, independent woman. So they're brainwashing all these ladies, right? And then they take it to another level and they're empowered by the government, obviously, you know, with Title 4D, the family courts, you know, divorce courts, you know, all that stuff. You guys know. And so we're literally breeding situations like this. We're breeding accidents like this because too many of these moms, too many women, like there's no consequences for women when they misbehave, when they do terrible things. Like we have to hold women accountable. And again, like I'm going to constantly be emphasizing this. All right. So like for all you good women out there who are also sick and tired of, you know, just the dysfunction of the American family, because a lot of you, might have a brother, who's been, who's not being able to see their kids for no good reason, or you're connected to a friend or family member in some way that's dealing with this. So you might be experiencing this in one way or another either. So, like women like you who recognize the problem, we also need you to also step up and help men start holding these women accountable. This means good men and women have to get together, and we have to start working on passing new legislation in our different states. We have to start letting the family courts and divorce courts know that the way they're operating is unacceptable. We also have to deal with and address the issues with the ABA, which is the American Bar Association. And the American Bar Association isn't in all 50 states, but it's in like 30 something states, including here in Washington. And the reason I'm bringing them into this is because they're profiting off the destruction of our families. So I'm getting a little off track. Basically, what I'm saying with this is the way the current system is set up, because it is financially incentivized to break apart the family, it's naturally going to create more incidences like this, where this lady kills the father of their children, and vice versa too. Like men will lose it too, and they'll do some similar shit like this. But again, it's the system that is helping, like it's helping create these situations, because the system is inflicting just insane amounts of trauma by breaking apart the families and financially benefiting off of it. It's that simple. But anyways, you guys, that's what I got for y'all today. I hope y'all enjoyed this video. Let me know what you think. I want to hear your thoughts. Let me know if you agree, disagree, whatever. It's all good. And make sure you like, share, subscribe, comment, hit that notification bell. And thank you guys so much for tuning in. Until next time, I love you and God loves you more. I'm out. Peace.